we go.
That's how you call me.
All right, good morning. This is Rick Thompson with the Nevada Office of Emergency Management. It is 9 o'clock on March 5th, 2026, and I am going to call to order the Nevada Fuel Resiliency Committee. Lauren, would you please call the roll?
Record Brett Compton.
Present.
Kathy Reese Boyd.
Present.
Jay Pullen.
Present.
Dwayne McClinton. Stephanie Mullen. Nathan Bove.
Present.
JJ Gokachia.
Present.
Robert Giglieri. Jennifer Carr.
Here.
Dr. Christopher Sanchez.
Here.
Senator Robin Titus.
Here.
Lindsay Anderson. Here. Chief O'Neill.
Here.
Vincent Guthrow.
Here.
Bert Gurr.
Here. Here.
Rochelle Wynn. Max Carter.
Present.
Drew Spence. Alan Ford. Chris Adams.
Present.
Steve Lesher.
Present.
Tiffany Roberts.
Here.
Allison Robinson. Casey Sullivan.
Here.
Joseph Biscardi. Miranda Hoover.
Present.
Paul Enos.
Present.
Jeffrey Glasgow.
Yep.
Jody Mueller. Christopher Pellegrin.
Present.
Alan Ford.
Present.
Gracie Garrett.
Present.
Rick Perdomo. Samantha Laddick.
Here.
Rick, can you come off mute and verify you're present, please?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I see you talking, but I can't hear you, sir.
Rick, you're super quiet, but I can hear you barely.
You have quorum.
All right. Thank you. We will close agenda item number 1. Move to agenda item number 2, public comment. No action may be taken upon a matter raised under this item of the agenda until the matter itself is specifically included on the agenda as an item upon which action may be taken. Public comments will be limited to 3 minutes per person, and Lauren will monitor that. Comments will not be restricted based on viewpoint. Provide testimony during this period of public comment via telephone. Please call in anytime after 8:30 today by dialing 1-669-219-2599. When prompted to provide the meeting ID, please enter 202-331-8963 and press pound. When prompted for our participant ID, please press pound. When asked to provide public comment, please press *6 to unmute your phone and *6 again when your comments are complete. Be advised the YouTube stream is between 60 and 90 seconds behind, so we will ask for any public comment here in the room in the live meeting before we go online. Any public comment in Carson City? No public comment in Carson City. Do we have any public comment on the Zoom platform?
Seeing them.
Seeing none. Do we have any public comment on the phone, Lauren?
Yes.
Okay, please go ahead, sir.
My name is Mark Landrum. I'm a resident of Clark County in Las Vegas. I commend the members of the Nevada Fuel Resiliency Committee for your willingness to serve and to grapple with issues affecting the security and reliability of the state of Nevada's gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel supplies. Given Nevada's dependency on transportation fuel supply chains that originate outside of our state's borders, the committee is urged to thoroughly consider certain key questions. I'll mention 8 this morning. Number 1, long-term mechanical integrity of the existing petroleum products pipeline infrastructure, including inline reinspection intervals to ensure reliable and accurate data for decision-making and for performance-based risk management regulations adapted to fit Nevada's unique circumstances. Number 2, reliability, availability, and maintainability, or RAM study data for the primary pipelines playing a crucial role in the supply of the liquid fuels consumed in the Las Vegas area, to identify and evaluate the biggest influencers on unplanned downtime and the means and timing to minimize those potential vulnerabilities. Number 3, debottlenecking opportunities and ways to obtain incremental capacity on the UNEV pipeline to better balance supply sources and set a higher foundation for future growth in refined products demand. Number 4, public-private partnerships in refined product storage at existing or new storage terminals, both in-state, at North Las Vegas and at existing strategically located out-of-state locations, for example, Cedar City, Utah, San Bernardino County, California, or Phoenix, Arizona. Number 5, what might be called, hold on just a moment, what might be called Nevada Strategic Petroleum Products Reserves, or NSPPR, of segregated barrels of non-California Air Resources Board gasoline and diesel, or non-carb gasoline and diesel, at these aforementioned terminals or other locations in southern or northern Nevada. Number 6, in light of likely future supply constraints from California refinery sources, consider transportation fuel quality specifications and new pipeline corridors for delivery of transportation fuels to diversify supply sources for the state.
Sir, this is Chair Cox. We've reached the time limit. Please feel free to email those to Ms. Borst. I know you have her address, and we will include those in the permanent minutes. Appreciate your input.
Thank you, Mr. Compton.
Do we have any other public comment on the phone? All right, hearing none, there will be an opportunity for public comment at the end. We will close agenda item number 2, and we will move to agenda item number 3, introduction of new members. This is discussion only. We have 4 new members on the committee, I believe 3 of which are actually in attendance. So we will go through and give each of those members an opportunity to introduce themselves. We will start with Assembly Member Max Carter.
Thank you. I'm very proud to be appointed to this committee. I'm Max Carter, lifelong resident of Southern Nevada, 3rd generation, and I'm glad to be involved in what's helping our state move forward and be more secure.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Jody Mueller.
Good morning. I look forward to working with all of you. My name is Jody Mueller. I am the president and CEO of WISPA, Western States Petroleum Association. We represent the oil and gas industry in Nevada, Arizona, California, Oregon, and Washington. And I had the pleasure of working with the vice chair of this committee for almost 25 years. So look forward to providing some insight and hopefully information that is helpful. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Chris Pellegrini.
Yes, my name is Chris Pellegrini. I appreciate the opportunity to serve on the board, and I'm a principal owner in Omega Partners. We own and operate petroleum terminals, specifically in their Sparks Reno market. We have two operations. One's tied to a pipeline, another to a rail facility. We handle gasoline, diesel fuel, jet fuel for the airport, the local retail, and other demand in that market. And I appreciate the opportunity to be on this board.
Thank you, sir. And did we have Senator Wynn join us by chance? Okay, Senator Wynn has not joined us. Senator Wynn has also been appointed to the committee. With that, we'll close agenda item number 3, move to agenda item number 4, Nevada's fuel regulation. This is discussion only. Director Gokachia, Director of the Department of Agriculture, will provide the committee an overview of his responsibilities related to fuel management and the Nevada Fuel Disruption Plan.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Lauren is sharing her slide, so everyone can, her screen, excuse me, so we can see it there. We ready to go, Lauren?
Great. Can everyone see the screen I'm sharing?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. So again, for the record, Dr. JJ Goycochea, Director, Nevada Department of Agriculture. So about this is a static display that's in our measurement standards office here in Sparks. So that is a static display of oil cans that those guys have been collecting for many years. Real quick program overview. NDA Petroleum Technology Program, been over 30 years. Predominantly was consumer protection. That was at BNI for a long time, this program, then it came over to agriculture. We have 2 laboratories, the Sparks Petroleum Lab and the Las Vegas Petroleum Lab. And that's a picture of the Sparks Lab program. You're fine. Program overviews. We have 3 programs: fuel quality, motor oil quality, antifreeze registration and quality. And really our main objectives are consumer protection, marketplace fairness, and protection of air quality. Mr. Carter, you're well aware that last year we did have a bill that ran for signage and making sure that we changed those changed that statute so that it properly reflected prices. That was for our consumer protection. NRS 581 is the statute that authorized NDA to regulate weights and measures, including fuel pumps. NRS 590 authorizes the Board of Ag and the state sealer, who by definition is the Director of Ag, to enforce fuel, petroleum, and antifreeze standards. And then NAC 590 is the regulations under which we operate for fuel specifications, gas, diesel, bio, ethanol. You can read the slide there. Everything heating oil, kerosene.
Don't forget that.
Thanks from the peanut gallery. Yeah. Consumer environmental protection actions. Routine annual testing of every retail fuel outlet statewide. And when I say every, I mean every one of them is tested at least once every year. And we also respond to complaints. If we do see some bad fuel and we get those complaints, then we divert from our routine checking retail outlets and we focus on that priority, getting those tested and getting those cleaned up. We inspect gas, diesel, renewable fuels, aviation fuels, visual tests performed on site, chemically analyzed in our NDA laboratories. Of those, you can go to the next slide, please, Lauren. 70% are done in our Las Vegas lab. 30% are in the Sparks lab. There are times we have overflow capacity in that Sparks lab. If we're seeing a big run or we've had something happen in Las Vegas where we have a lot of complaints, we need to get those routine ones done. We'll go ahead and ship those north and we'll test them in our Sparks lab. Main reason why, that's where the majority of the fuel pumps are down there in Las Vegas. Historical failure rate is about 3%. Last year, we did see a little bit higher rate. Some of that was due to one supplier. We had some problems, some repeat problems there with some fuel. Gasoline is regulated by 590.065, diesel by 590.050, avgas and jet 055, biodiesel 051, ethanol fuel blends 053. I'm not going to mention DEF anymore. I've done it twice. NDA fuel supply disruption plan. This is really, I think, what we want to talk about. And if there's questions at the end, please ask. I'm trying to get through this fairly quickly. So this plan guides our staff in operations and response and communications in those circumstances where we might have a supply chain problem. We've all been aware, we've had a few of those in the last few years. So this is a plan that is put together. It is in this binder right here, and that is what we operate on. Next slide. We do not obviously do this alone. We are in close coordination with it was Division of Emergency Management. That's how it's still referred to. And here's the office now. We will get that corrected, sir. Local governments, obviously, NACO, California Energy Commission, PG&E, Southern Cal Edison, NV Energy, Kinder Morgan, Holly Energy, then our local operators, local fuel wholesalers, and I should probably say the Trucking Association when things get really bad. Response phases, that readiness phase, normal operating conditions, we monitor and communicate with our fuel operators. We watch trends in supply, trends in pricing. Obviously, we're doing a lot of that over the last week, making sure we don't see any big spikes there outside what we're seeing nationwide. Verification phase is when one or more supply sources is down. On-hand supply remains adequate. It's going to be for a short time. We're just trying to verify that everything is good. And again, we're working closely with the Governor's Office, Office of Energy, and Mr. Compton. And then that pre-emergency phase, we've got supply sources down. There's an imminent risk. And then we really go into full-fledged coordination with GOE and OEM. The response action, coordination, planning, and analysis, public communications, mitigation and conservation programs. And when we get to the roles and responsibilities, it is up to me as the director to determine what we're going to do and what phase we are in. So I am working closely with that staff. I would never make a determination without first checking Mr. Compton, the Governor's Office, Office of Energy as well, just to make sure that we don't want to panic. That is the main thing we do. We do not want to panic the public. So we present that response recommendation to the Governor, Office of Emergency, and OEM. And if I'm unavailable, the Deputy Director is there. We definitely have a chain that we follow. The Administrator of Measurement Standards, that individual monitors situation, provides briefings to the NDA Director. If it's unavailable, the Chemist 5 is responsible. And we're very lucky our Administrator now is a former Chemist 5, so we have a really good understanding of what's going on there. Our Chemist 5 monitors that situation. This is really the individual that's in close communication with our industry and our partners. So between the Administrator and that Chemist 5, they're talking to Kinder Morgan, they're talking to Cal Edison, they're talking to those people on that side. What can we expect? When can we expect it back on? How long? Are you flying a crew in? I'll give you guys an example. We had, last winter, we had a lot of snow on the Sierra. Donner was closed. We had a pipeline incident on this side of the ridge. It was significant. It dealt with Jet A. We actually ended up flying in individuals from Louisiana into Reno to have that repaired because we couldn't get anybody out of California over the hill to get that taken care of. But that's where that chemist and our Administrator have those connections with industry. Then our NDA, it says PIO, it's really our complete communications team. They're plugged in with the Governor's Office with OEM all the time. We're not putting anything out that we're not all in agreement on, and we're making sure that it's correct and proper information to be shared. So we have that trusted relationship, as I said, with those carriers, terminal operators, and those downstream. You can go on, Lauren, sorry. There you go. With those downstream retail networks, regulatory authority and effective compliance and oversight are already in place. Federal and state regulatory framework. So when I say that we're responsible for putting the sideboards on us, we just actually adopt ASHME. That's what we do. And those are the federal regulations. We adopt those by statute. We work very closely with NDEP as well, making sure that everything we're doing is in place. Now, if we do need to apply for a waiver, what we need to have happen there, in those cases, we'll get the Governor to declare an emergency if that is what's needed. And then as the director, I would reach out to EPA and say, hey, we need a waiver. Either we need to pull some heels out of these tanks to get more fuel in there, or we're going to have to burn some other kind of fuel for a while that based upon availability. But it's in close coordination. And again, that falls on the Department of Ag. Everybody doesn't understand that, but that is our statutory authority there. And with that, I will stop for questions. And yes, that is a picture that I took, and all three of those animals belong to me. One's happy and two are not.
I just have one like really quick question. I think up at the top of the slides, you said you monitor or you manage air quality. How's that different than like what Jennifer's group does? Or do you do it in concert with them? Or?
Yes, it's in concert. Yep, absolutely.
Just curious what your biggest challenge has been in the emergency situations that you've experienced.
Just a reminder, if you could state your name for the
Catherine Rios, Boyd, Vice Chair.
So the question was, what has been our biggest challenge? And the biggest challenge is when we have an unknown length of disruption on a large pipeline coming out of California. And so we're always trying to plan for the worst, Madam Vice Chair. And to that end, you know, I was tongue in cheek talking about the Trucking Association, but we start putting worst case scenario plans together from the beginning. If this does go into day 3, day 4, what are we looking at? What's that burn rate? And the other thing that really does have an impact on us is if something gets leaked or someone puts inaccurate information forward and we see runs on fuel, unwarranted runs on fuel, that causes a lot of problems with our partners in Reno, our partners in Las Vegas. And so those have been the biggest challenges, getting the right information, knowing we have the plan, if it does go into day 4 or day 5, and working with our local partners to make sure that the information is getting put out, has been checked by everyone, and it is accurate.
Appreciate that.
Other questions?
Hey,
Feel free
Good
to
morning,
call
Brian
me.
O'Neill.
Yep, go
I have
ahead.
a question for you, sir. Do you need an emergency declaration to activate your plan?
No. Do we need an emergency declaration to activate the plan? We do not. So if we see that there is a disruption, then I will activate that plan as the director, and we'll put our staff, we'll plug in with OEM, the governor's office, and energy, tell them this is what we see coming. So again, I don't want to wait for a declaration. I want to have everything in place. If we need that declaration, it gets to that point, then there are specific waivers that I can then ask for, but those are only triggered after a declaration.
As per council for the record, Chief O'Neill, so last January 25, when we went through the incident, which I will talk about in closed session, we did not declare. And all of the actions that we took were done outside of a declaration. So obviously that's the preferred method. If things are getting really bad, if we got to go to declaration. So. Any additional questions for Director Gokuchian? Okay, hearing none, we will close agenda item number 4. We will move to agenda item number 5. This will be determination of whether to close the meeting. This is discussion for possible action. So the committee will consider whether to close the meeting pursuant to Nevada Revised Statutes 239 Charlie.140 subsection 2. Allow members to receive information related to the security and status of the Nevada fuel environment and system. Committee members must determine by majority vote that the public disclosure of such matters would be likely to compromise, jeopardize, or otherwise threaten the safety of the public. As you guys can see on the agenda, the next item involves security briefings and discussions of deficiencies in security, which are both enumerated reasons for the meeting to be closed under NRS 239 Charlie.140 subsection 2. I am looking for a motion to close the meeting based on the fact that disclosure of this security sensitive information would compromise, jeopardize, or threaten public safety. Do I have a motion?
Kathy Rios, Boyd, I'd move to close.
Kathy has a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second from Vincent. Is there any discussion before we vote? Okay, all those in favor of closing the meetings, they can by saying aye.
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 Any opposed, say nay. Motion passes unanimously. So we are now going to ask members of the public to leave the room, and we will remove any unauthorized phone numbers from the Zoom platform. The meeting will resume, and the public will be welcome back after we complete our discussion.